Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
There's nothing like playoff basketball.
Boy, nothing like playoff basketball in Memphis.
The atmosphere of a Grizzlies playoff game is super exciting.
Oh my God, it's absolutely electric. I love seeing the crowd out.
Everybody's just screaming their heads off. You feel like you're in a movie.
People are down here. Everyone's got on their Grizz gear.
The city's excited. Everybody's excited to watch. There's really nothing like it, and I really can't wait.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage. Total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I need cameras to capture every waking moment between Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston on the same team. The pregame prayers will be generational.
Because that's preacher and a deacon. That's what we're talking about here. That prayer's going to be 40 minutes. We're going to miss the anthem.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
In honor of George Foreman, decided to do a pick six on 6 greatest heavyweight boxers of all time.
Number 4, my guy, Mike Tyson. There is no greater feat that I've had. Like if I had my Mount Rushmore of things that I've accomplished in my life, the very first time I beat Mike Tyson in Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It's a Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, it's a Tuesdays with Tony. Tony Allen, the Grindfather himself, will be here in studio with us as we get ready for Game 2 tonight in Oklahoma City between the Grizzlies and the Thunder. It's an unbelievable NBA night last night in the NBA playoffs. There are not just one game, but several games that are going on tonight. We'll get through our thoughts on all of these different series. We will go through all the news and notes of the day. The gang is all here, and the Grizzlies have got to lick their wounds and try to be competitive in a Game 2 in Oklahoma. It is a Tuesday. It is beautiful outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. Hope we're having a good day. All right. Before I get to anything, I'll welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Band, Senior Sack, Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Groom Roser, John Asperger, Johnny Nightcarve, John Lance. He's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser. Hello, John.
Yeah, but T.A., you are laughing.
Yeah, he was
laughing over there.
Not only was he laughing, he was using profanity, and so I just had to go ahead and get into the show.
Okay.
Devin Walker's here. He is the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's Walker 93.
I see. I got you on the train of the faith of a mustard seed, but T.A., you
mustard seed. And by the way, I would be super offended.
What?
Super offended if you knew anything about baseball.
We don't want.
I mean, I would be super offended.
Why would you be offended? Why would you be offended? I'm a big baseball guy.
The Braves beat the Cardinals
they
last night,
did?
7-6.
Oh, they did? Oh, word? My bad.
At the end of the game.
My bad, gang.
I mean,
isn't that like the Braves?
And then you come in like Mr. Brave. And again, I said I would be offended if I thought you had any idea other than, hey, that outfit looks cool.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't really know.
And I
what's
don't want to
happening.
wear my Grizzly stuff.
Actually, I'm wearing a Grizzly shirt.
Where is your faith of a mustard seed?
Look. Believe Memphis. Grizzlies versus Thunder 2011. You see it on the shirt, T.A.
Wow.
You was there, T.A.
Wow.
You was there.
Wow, somebody got that at Goodwill. Tony Allen is here. He is the the Grindfather himself. It is brought to you by ESCO. Make sure when you are headed down to playoff game number 3 or playoff game number 4, which are Thursday and Saturday at FedEx Forum, you can head across the street to ESCO and you can get some unbelievable shrimp and grits, all kinds of great food we love over at ESCO.
Tune in.
Okay.
Bro, before we start, bro, the golf thing, bro. Y'all was turned up in this piece, bro.
We've been doing that for 15 years, pretty much.
Yeah, bro, y'all do this every year?
Why you
every year. How?
Bro, you was turned up, bro. I swear I watched that for about 40 minutes, bro. Y'all was turned
Tony
up.
Allen likes the Masters
Now,
update.
He stamped it,
I wanna
man.
know, did you write that? Or, like, how did y'all
So
want
I
to
would
go?
say,
Like,
I would say 5, about 5 or 6 of them we know going in.
Okay.
There's about 5 or 6 of the ones that are like something we know we want to hit The rest of it is just based on whatever the leaderboard is. And so we don't know. You know what I mean? Like at the time, I've just got a leaderboard up in front of me, so I'm just going off the leaderboard. There's about, I would say, between the 2 days, there's about 5 or 6 that we're for sure gonna hit, and that's about it. And the rest of them are all just whatever is on the leaderboard.
You want to be in the mascot costume next year?
Bro, that was so funny.
We got to get you in here.
Tallest mascot.
We got to get you in here for Masters updates.
Tallest mascot.
I need to do that.
I was in the mascot costume.
You were?
Yeah,
I ain't know that, bro.
Going federal.
That was
He's
big,
the frog.
Bro.
I'm the frog.
That was big, bro.
He's the frog. You like the? This is the greatest compliment you could get. Tony Allen liked the Masters updates.
I loved it. You're talking about it's going birdie.
I don't know if that's the words. But
I'm glad you enjoyed that. What was your viewing experience of Game 1 like?
Man,
somebody turn TA's light on, please.
I'm looking kind of dark.
He is
looking real dark in the morning, man.
But it's all good. Meanwhile, I was hurt.
We lost his light behind him.
We lost the light. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
It was the buzzing light.
Oh.
Yeah, man,
Not to your dog as a bug. It look like Reggie Jackson out here,
Tay
bro.
Diggs.
Look like Winning Gabriel.
Shout out to my barber, though. I did just
Winning
get a nice
Gabriel.
quick
Darkness.
chopping Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Winning Gabriel
to the show. Darkness himself. But hey, you are.
I don't know what the hell they laughing at. I'm handsome.
Hey, you are chopped
I
though.
don't know who they just tried to give a compliment. I'm handsome.
Winning Gabriel's on the show.
We side by side.
What'd you think about Game 1, Winning?
Man, listen, man. I was embarrassed, man. I felt like, we came out there thinking it was going to be chicken soup. And they noodled us. For real.
I've never heard that phrase, but I like it.
I mean, they just gave us an old-fashioned beatdown. And it was one of those situations where I thought, like, yo, this is the stage for everything, man. This is stage for Ja to come out there and just, say, hey, I need the juice. Jaren's up for big-time contract extension. We've been playing like crap. Great time to be focused. New coach. Let's go ahead, show them the way. We got this. We've been together for a while. And I just didn't see that. I didn't see us competing at a high level, paying attention to nothing defensively. And they just outplayed us.
And then let go of the rope. That's what bothered us, right? You get in, this is what I've always said, Tony. It's like, and look, your teams were indicative of this. It ends, and you just got to come to terms with it wasn't good enough, right? But it wasn't good enough, not for lack of trying, right? Like if you get in the ring, go down swinging, and everybody will respect that. What they won't respect is you having your corner throw in the towel, and you just let go, you know what I mean? You just take it. And it's like, you can't get beat by 51 unless you just totally let go of the rope.
Yeah, when times when y'all got beat by 50 ever, like, is that kind of like what it was, like we gave up kind of thing, like we done with this? Y'all probably got beat 50 about maybe one time.
I never got beat.
Not in the playoffs.
Not in the playoffs. I'm talking about regular season. Like
that's why I don't care about regular season.
I don't know what it feel like to get beat by 50.
I don't.
Yeah, yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
It happened to the Warriors beat us by 50.
No, I'm saying I don't think I was on the floor. Is what I'm saying.
You probably for sure were. But anyways.
But yeah, and that's probably been a minute
and again,
ago. However,
during the regular season, I don't care. Yeah. Honestly, I don't care.
In the
playoffs, bro, that's when everybody is. You're playing all your best players minutes, and you are there to. This should be your home run effort. Like, there is no effort problems in the playoffs. And yet, the last 2 playoff games the Grizzlies have played, they've gotten beat by 90.
Yeah.
With the same core. Like, dude, you have dedicated 60% of your salary cap to 3 guys. They have got to show up and deliver. End of story. That's it. Ja, Jaren, and Dez have to, and they have to be great. Because if we're being honest, the Thunder have 10 guys that could start on the Grizzlies.
Yes.
Okay, so you're outmanned. But if you're outmanned, then you've got to have your 3 guys that you have dedicated this, that you've built your whole thing around. Those guys have to show up, and those guys have to be great. They were your worst players. Dez and Jaren were combined 5 for 25.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You can't
fine.
win a game like that.
No,
You
and so
cannot win a
again,
game
it's
like
not about the other guys. It's like we can't even focus on the Edie and the Pippins and the Kennards and the whoever's. Like, that's not the focus here, bro. Like, step one is the best player showing up. Then the rest of it is you get the extra ones, right? So, like, Kawhi Leonard has to show up, and then we'll start looking at Norm Powell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nikola Jokic has to show up, and then we'll start looking at Michael Porter Jr., and we'll start looking at Aaron Gordon. And that goes game by game by game. And last night it happened again, right? Where you sit there and you go, why did the Knicks lose? Karl Towns had 0 field goal attempts in the last 18 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Now, you can blame the coaching staff, you can blame Brunson, you can blame him, whatever you want to do. But it's like, you're not winning if your big guns don't come to play. And the big guns didn't come to play.
They didn't come to play. And at this point, what I believe with Jaren, I think it's kind of hard for me to believe he left the building with that stat line simply because it's like when everybody's switching. Okay, we go pick and roll, we switch. I got a little on me. I can overpower all the guards.
Alex Caruso.
There's no way he's defending me if I'm Jaren Jackson. And also, we got another matchup. I think it's a mismatch for Jaren, Chet Holmgren, and the other guy, Harnstein. Whenever they sticking him, I think it's just a...
Jaren should be able to eat in this series.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No matter who's guarding
and he's been
him.
bad
No
against
matter
him
who's guarding
this
him.
year.
Who's guarding him?
And so it kind of surprises
He's
me.
he's too big for Chetty, too quick for Hartenstein.
Should be.
But once they go to that pick and roll, mid pick and roll, whether it's Ja or Desmond Bain in it, he got the matchup that he want all the time. And I think him playing out of that mid post, getting to one of those right hook, left hooks, I think that's his bread and butter. And we got to play out of that down the stretch.
That hurt your soul when you saw your boy Kendrick Perkins going after him yesterday?
Yeah.
Called him. Said he wasn't a top 10
bro.
big.
Get your mans, bro.
Now, I disagree with that. I truly
I
disagree
tell
with
you,
that.
I averaged 4 points a game, and I was a role player. I'm telling you, Jaren Jackson Jr. has to be better as a player for the Memphis Grizzlies, or they got no chance.
Yeah,
John Morant's doing his job. Where's Jaren Jackson
He was
Jr.?
right to a certain degree, to some certain
Carry the
degree.
hell on.
He was right in some part of that sentence, but the main part is
He deserved to get ripped.
the rebounding and
It's like,
and the
what are we
scoring
talking
part.
about?
That's what you do as a big.
Yeah.
So I mean, in a game where they actually outworking you, it's just take you to put that same level of intensity together and go out there and compete, and it's a different game.
Does it bother you when the other thing that the Grizzlies got ripped on national media wise was laughing on the bench?
Yeah, ain't nothing funny.
Yeah,
ain't nothing funny.
Ain't shit funny for sure.
Honestly, ain't nothing funny. I mean, at this point, I remember it being like, okay, this is what's more important: wins or losses. We ain't worried about the shooting percentage. We ain't worried about how many shots I'm getting. We just doing everything and anything for us to get this win. And I think laughing, it sets off some type of.
It shows that there's a lack of leadership on the team.
Yeah, like
It does. That's what happens.
Like this ain't serious enough.
Right. It's the kind of thing a veteran. You think about all of the great players in NBA history, they would be incensed.
Yeah, it looked
honestly.
Because then you look on the other end.
You think Bird and Magic and Jordan and Kobe and Duncan and no.
Then you look on the other end.
No, I mean it's just not happening.
Shea
KG.
looking mad because he didn't get to play enough minutes to bust
Shea,
nobody else.
Shea didn't play well, and
You
they
see
still
what I'm
won by
saying?
1,000.
He looking like.
What if you guys would have gotten beat by 1,000 and guys were laughing and KG walked to the bench? What do you think happens? I mean, it's a fist fight.
He'd have definitely got in some guy's face and asked him, what's more important right now?
What's so funny?
Like, what the hell? Like, what's funny? For real.
I will say, T.A., look, all that, because he hooped tonight, because in game twos, his highest points per game is in game twos.
Who?
39 a game in game twos.
Who?
Ja.
Oh.
Just saying. You respond tonight, you hoop. I know it's all under the rug.
And again, I have gone out of my way over and over again, and I know they've done everything they can to please these guys that they are and making sure everybody's happy all the time. Their lack of getting real men, veterans on this team is that, to me, has been the cardinal sin. It's why I yelled and yelled about the Marcus Smart thing. I don't care what he shoots from the field. It is more important to have an adult. It is more important to have somebody that has been in playoff games, that has won something ever won anything. I'm watching last night, and I got jealous as hell. Jealous. Watching that friggin' Pistons thing. They have Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, and they're like, and the young Pistons. I'm like, young? Dennis Schroeder's been in a million playoff games. So is Tobias Harris. So is Tim Hardaway Jr. So is Malik Beasley. It's like, there's nothing young about any of this. Yeah. They got 2 young players, and then they augmented them with adults, real players that have playoff mettle, that have playoff toughness.
Yep.
Like, otherwise.
Or just like playing the league for a while. Like,
yeah.
Even just that on the base level. Like, they played in the NBA for at least 5 or 6 years. Not just guys that are fresh off the womb.
Right. And we just
fresh behind the ears.
And it was the mistake we made a few years ago. And then they came after the season and said we shouldn't have doubled down on youth.
But you tripled down on it.
And now we did it again. It's like, bro, get some men. That's who's winning in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's who wins.
That's where
you want to win playoff games? I'm telling you what wins. I just watched it last night. Oh, my God. Do you see? I stayed up and watched a Clippers game.
Yeah.
Look at what they bring off their bench.
So it's
friggin' Derrick Jones Jr. and Norm Powell, and then they're bringing Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's like, good grief.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of experience.
Nicholas Batum been in the league for 35 years.
Right.
Yeah, he was making some big shots last night, too.
And it's like, dude, like, and again, a lot of it is just policing in the locker room. It is a attitude that comes from veteran players, right? And I mean, again, I was lucky. You guys were a veteran-laden team that was here.
Yeah.
It was a veteran-laden team. So, I mean, everybody, that was like, this is our job, this is what we do. And everybody was kind of at that point in their careers where winning was the most important thing to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not NBA lifestyle, not the money, not whatever. Like, I mean, it was.
Well, we were like, so Mike was young that first playoff run. Gasol was still young, too, relative to NBA experience. TA, you played in one in NBA Finals. You played deep playoff runs. Zach Randolph been in the league for, 8-9 years at that point. We went out at the trade deadline, speak of that. We went out and traded for Shane Battier, a real veteran presence.
Then we
bring him in.
Then we went and traded for Tayshaun Prince.
Yes.
Another vet.
Sound about right.
We were buyers.
I just think so many of the things that we complain about and so many of the things that we see take place don't happen if you've got vets on your team.
100%.
I mean, even like
100%.
We don't have a player 30 years old, bro.
That's the thing.
30?
30, bro.
30? It's not even old.
Like, the thing is, like, even if you look at the Thunder, they ain't got like OGs, but they got dudes that have been in the league, where like Caruso, the Hardensteins, like they dudes.
Well, they are the youngest team in the league, but I think I also think that could show up for them. That's what I've stood by.
Yeah,
they won't show up against the Grizzlies because they can't make them pay for it. But let them play the Clippers next round.
Oh, Kawhi gonna walk their head down.
You know what I mean?
That's gonna be
walk down game.
Because it's wings on wings on wings.
Well, that's the thing, too. Some of it is like Oklahoma City won 68 games. They're 68-14. Their point differential is like plus 13. It's insanity. But, like, you watched that Nuggets-Clippers game. I watched that game last night.
High level.
I'm like, bro, we got no chance in that.
High
We're not good enough to win that either.
Watching those two teams last night, it was even in stark contrast to the Knicks-Pistons.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
that felt like a Western Finals game last night.
Can we talk about your boy? I know you love him, Big Head Brunson.
Oh, he was
flop god,
dude.
Big body Brunson,
dude. He has gotten so much worse.
It's so
about
bad.
this,
bro. It's so bad, bro.
Jacoby said, and Jacoby's a Knicks fan. He's like, I swear, I think he grew out his hair so that it would look like that when he does his hair.
Like way too much.
Over dramatic.
So that his head flies. So if your hair flies around his head, you remember this? This was the criticism I made of Kobe White last year.
Yeah.
I was like, Kobe White just snaps his neck back, and because he brought back the big hair, he gets the call every time like he's got friggin' whiplash.
Yeah.
It was like nobody even hit him. His hair's just flying around.
Yeah, Big Head
right?
Brunson be flopping around like a fish, bro.
Well, you know how much. And look, I get to come by this honest because I criticized our own guy, Haggerty, last year for this all the time. I hate, and this was the Harden thing, this is the Trae Young thing. I hate the playing for a foul. Like
So bad.
if the goal of the play is
So
to get
bad.
fouled, that drives me insane. You're not even trying to make a shot. You're just trying to get fouled.
which means you taking your aggressiveness and putting it on the sidebar because you looking for the foul. You looking for the help. You ain't as normally you be aggressive, go in and you live with the contact, and that the referee makes the call. You trying to get the call before you even make the move, bro. Your aggressiveness killed.
And you can tell like he's just all the time he's just trying
to get somebody in the air, trying to get somebody to bump him.
Even the thing that I thought they took the rule out of when you not doing a shooting motion, he kept doing it. They kept calling fouls. The one fouled out.
Yeah,
he did the.
Well,
like,
and the reason
sick.
last night was so much worse, and I do agree with Jacoby on this. The reason last night got so over the top egregious is because they gave Cade the superstar whistle the whole first half.
They did.
And it was like, then it became Brunson's mission to say, no.
This is my turn.
Those calls belong to me.
Yeah, if we're doing this, if this is what we're doing, if we're doing bumps, okay, I'm going to get bumped every time. Dude, you know the one I really hate, and you could speak to this as a defender. I hate the stop short so the guy runs into you. Oh my God, I hate it. I hate that so much. No.
That's the Austin Reeves.
Stop on a dime thing.
Austin Reeves do it all the time.
But no, and it's like in the backcourt.
Oh yeah.
You're not even. You're just bringing the ball up the court.
Chris Paul used to do that, huh?
You're just bringing the ball up the court with the guy behind you, and then you stop just so he'll run into you. Oh, I hate that.
Don't be in the
so
penalty.
annoying.
Oh, it's
Don't be in the
so
penalty.
annoying.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
Yeah, Chris Paul was the king of that, huh?
No, the other
Paul was
one they took out of it because what the gaming of the system really happened with Trae was the worst about it was the come around the screen and you're not even in the shooting motion, but as soon as you're behind the screen, you start jumping just so somebody will run into you. Yeah. Oh, I hate it.
Would you have lost your mind because they would have called a foul on you on that every single time?
Oh my God.
No, I'd have been. You know what I'd have did? I come off the pick and roll, right? That's the one you talking about. Then they stop and then they jump.
Just jump in there and just shoot the ball.
Right. Okay. Cool. Instead of as soon as I come out the pick and roll, as I get low, I'm coming out the pick and roll. Because I come and try to jump, I'm contesting it from my left hand from behind.
Okay,
so instead of just running into I'm trying to hurry up and catch up with you, I know you about to pull up. So I'm going to just jump to the side and
jump in the back. Okay.
But here's the deal, though. Tony
now you trying to do like this. You can't really
I give him credit on this, and I sometimes wonder this, especially when I'm watching. Like, how many Grizzlies do you think are watching their opponent? And that's the thing. You would have watched 3 hours of game tape knowing exactly who you're guarding that night and knowing those tendencies. Mm-hmm. Therefore, you're not going to be caught by surprise when this happens because you know that's what they're trying to do. I do sit there and wonder, and again, a vet thing, right? Is there a vet that's sitting there saying, hey, do you think Jaren Jackson knows Chet Holmgren's moves and what he's going to try to get to tonight? I mean, do you think Zach Edey knows how to defend, what to do with Isaiah Hartenstein now? Do you think that John Moran has studied Shai Gilgeous' tendencies? I mean, like, I wonder if that stuff even goes on at that level, and I don't think it does.
I think it does.
I think Jaren does. I would think Jaren does.
And I think that's why Ja's game twos are so much better than game ones. I think he does a lot of film study of like, yo, you're guarding me this way, I'm gonna get to my stuff this way. That's why his game two is his highest points per game is 39, because he's like, okay, game one, you're going to do this. Okay, I'm not going to let you. You're going to try to do that again? All right, we're going to do something else to score. So I think they do. I wouldn't discredit them on the film stuff. It's just like
I'm talking about defense.
Oh,
I agree with you on Edey, though.
I'm talking about defense.
But I think somebody with Edey's,
what has given you
I think it's everything.
What has given you any indication that we study anything on film?
The crazy part about it.
I think
defense, I don't know.
I'm dead serious.
That's what I mean. I'm talking Tony Allen.
This is going to sound mean. I think Ja and Dez could probably study whatever they want to on defense. There's limitations there. to even how good they could be defensively.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
But again, this team was able to be serviceable defensively.
Yeah.
They have gone to, if we give
They're
up less than
bottom third of the
70,
league. Yeah.
it's in the first half, it's like, hey, that's a win.
Well, how much of that team just want to do it?
Want to do it and understanding the detail. Before playoffs start, they give you a booklet and a pamphlet. Back then, it was DVDs when I played. You stick a DVD in, boom, you got 10 clips of one guy in transition, 10 clips of him ISOs, 10 clips of him putbacks, 10 clips of him in isolations, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then they got a clip, a 4 to 5 minute clip of him getting busy in the set offense. So you know what's coming. You should know. By the time they get in the horn set, you should know. They about to run horns play 52-35. You should be calling that out. And that's so intimidating to the team's offense because they like, damn, it kind of freeze a little bit because they're like, damn, they know what we about to do. And it kind of catch them off guard. If you ain't talking like that on the defensive end or you ain't got nobody in the locker room that's, like you say, a veteran or a guy that watches film, then when you get out there, it's like, boom, everything they hitting you with, picks, boom, coming late. You a step late to reacting to everything. Now you behind on the pick and roll. Now the weak side got to rush and run over there and get the foul because they wasn't set at the initial start of the play. Yeah. And so
Rondo used to be a monster at this.
Him and Ticket.
Every play he would call out.
Yeah. But see, that's what helped me because I always like, okay, this is how they learning the damn play. They watching those little templates that they giving you, and you pick them up, read them. Okay, he like going right 80% of the time. He go left, he pulling up. You know this as you sticking somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They said Jokic does that too. Like there's
For sure. Calls out plays.
They say he'll call out plays and was like, yo, we ain't even ran the play yet. Like he knows.
Well, that one, the one that you're talking about, hey.
He saw the way they lined up.
That's
he was
intimidating
like,
to the offensive player.
The one you're talking about, that was an out of timeout play.
Yeah.
Which made it even crazier. He was like, bro, he knew what they were trying to run out of the timeout.
Yeah.
That means he been scouting them to the point where, okay, this is what they like to run out of timeout plays. These are their bread and butters. Watch for the lob, or watch he gonna come off the flare screen, or watch the slip. If you could call that out, man, you very well could be the top defensive team in the playoffs.
Because even Ant was like, yo.
How much different is preparing for playoff games?
It's all the adjustments. I mean, I'm pretty sure they watched film today, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those guys didn't want to see how ugly it looked. But it was some plays that was hurting them so bad, whether it was Shay's driving kick, or whether it was a 1-5 pick and roll that brought the weak side over, they saw it. And these are the plays that they gonna run. They not gonna hide it because they've been running these plays all year long. That's why they number one in the West.
I will say the only time that I can remember, again, it's probably happened in the other ones, but the one that stands out so vividly was playing against the Lob City Clippers, and they destroyed us in game 1.
Killed us.
And then in game 2, not to bring up a bad memory, Chris Paul hit a shot at the buzzer, but then you guys won 4 straight.
I remember that.
4 straight after that. But game 1, it was like these are 2 different calibers of teams. And then the game 2 adjustments took place, and it went down to the last shot, and it was like, hold on, man. Maybe like game 2 always tells you a lot because it's like, did they figure something out?
Exactly.
That's what would make me nervous as hell if I'm a Knicks fan, because Knicks fans after last night, they were sitting there going, bro, if it weren't for a 21-0 run in game 1, we'd be down 0-2. Like
that team is not scared of them.
No, you wanted to come out in game 2 after the close game 1 and bomb them out, right? Because the adjustments get made. And many times what we will see is if it's because if you've got the 2 crazy competitive games, then what that ends up meaning is that those teams are they're even. They're going to be able to play this thing out. A lot of times what we see is game 1 can be close and game 2 becomes a blowout. And that tells us a story, right? Or game 1 is a blowout, and game 2 becomes close.
Yeah.
And that tells us a story, right? But if both games are close and neither team was able to, blow the other one out after the first set of adjustments was made, that it's like, okay, this is just going to be a war.
That was our 2011 series with San Antonio. We won game one, and the Spurs did not kill us in game 2.
It's going to be a war.
And then game 3, we got the Zebo shot to win the game, and then it was like, okay, we can beat these guys. And then we killed them in game 4.
So what happened in that Clippers series? Did you go look it up?
Okay, so what? No, so game 1 we lost by 21. Dude, I don't know why I remember this. I was at your house watching this game, and it was freaking Eric Bledsoe just off the bench was just a menace.
Baby LeBron.
A menace. 15.6 boards, 4 assists. Bledsoe was awesome.
This is Vinny Del Negro
and
Clippers.
Then game 2, we lost 93-91. That was the Chris Paul one. Game 4, we win by 12. Game 3, we win by 12. Game 4, we win by 21. Game 5, Blake Griffin was hurt. And I think he played, but he was not himself. We won by 10, and then Game 6 is, to me, it's one of the most memorable games in franchise history.
Do you remember after losing on the Chris Paul one, thinking you guys are okay?
Exactly.
You did.
That's exactly how we felt. We like, damn, we got these boys. They a game one shot. I felt like if the real Arthur would have just went over just a step.
Don't blame somebody else.
Step
don't
early
blame
hit
DA.
it.
You can't blame DA.
That's
bro.
not. No, you can't blame somebody else.
You can't blame DA. TA. Come on.
No, we love
He
Darrell.
crossing over. You know he going to the right. Just runs. Put all your strength in running and just try to run up and block him. But that was my fault.
Tia, you were awesome in that game. You were good in that game.
That was my fault. What I was? Hold on.
Tia, you had a double. You had a double in that game.
A double.
16 to 10.
No barbecue sauce. 16 and 10. 16. All right. What were you from the field? What'd you go from the field? Do you know?
Okay, TA.
8 for 10.
6 for 9.
Okay,
6 for 9.
Close enough. I'll give you
6 for
that.
9. Yeah, you could have more. You could hit a free throw that game.
But the point is, even though you lost, you guys knew.
It was like, yo, bro, we just hit them with one of our toughest shots. They was a little wounded. And so when we got back here, we knew Grizz Nation was behind our back. It was like, bro, they cooked. They won't win a game. Because what we mastered. We took away the lobs. This is what they love to do. They like to get the lobs.
Fly up and down the court and have fun.
You, though. Like, have you mentally.
Highlight plays.
And then, okay, now we done with the lobs. Now we got J.J. Redick on the backside. He go a 3.
Yeah.
Jamal Crawford out there, too. They want to bring him. Yeah.
Man, so really, I don't want to take all the credit, but
go ahead. I'll let you take all the credit. We'll let you take all the credit.
The key to that series was me, Garden, Chris Paul. That was the switch. We switched me to Chris Paul full time. Then when I wasn't sticking Chris Paul, I'd stick Crawford or whoever the wing was. But the part of that was pulling in the insides, hitting the roller, boom. So by the time DeAndre Jordan or Blake Griffin try to roll, I'm already throwing them fists on them.
Discouraging for all that jumping.
So
and
now
all
when
that.
Chris Paul,
You got a lot of scars on your elbow too.
So now when Chris Paul try to throw it back to the wing, right, thinking I'm sunk in, I'm fast enough to push off of DeAndre Jordan, sprint, close out, chop my feet. Nah, it ain't no 3. But see, that's effort. That's multiple effort.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like,
the teams,
right?
who we playing, that's high superior offense, you got to have multiple efforts. You got to be able to run Wiggins off, make him drive and kick, deny Shea, make him swing it across the check, do a dribble handoff with Che and Blue Dort, go under. Yeah. Boom, the weak side still got to pull back over. They might throw it back to the corner. You got to sprint out, run them off. Run them off. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now is Wiggins hitting them type of shots? Yeah. Or is they just sitting?
Ours is one drive TA, one swing. All right, help. One more swing, wide open.
Wide open shot. And they just licking their chops. Come on, let me. Like, you ain't seeing too many shots that's like head fake 3, 2, 1 shooting against the shot
second
clock.
effort's not
there. Yeah. Make them hit some 3-2-1s.
Pass 3.
Well, and the other thing is, much like that Clippers series years and years ago, we don't have the personnel like you guys had the personnel to pull this off. But the team that ends up beating the Thunder, whoever that team is going to make them uncomfortable and make them stay out of transition. They murder you by turning you over and flying up and down the court. The team that makes them do the we run a play, you run a play, and they they're gonna the Grizzlies can't draw them into that game, but it's going to one of these vet teams is gonna walk you down and just say, all right, Now, how many? Because there's one guy that really creates it all when it's in the half court.
Yeah.
When it's in the half court, right? But the problem is they're so dominant defensively that they get to play full court basketball all the time. The team that ends up stifling them is the one that's going to make them uncomfortable. I saw it. This is why the famous tweet where I clowned them during the in-season tournament when the Bucks just walked them down and just bullied them.
Yeah,
just bullied them, and that's what's going to end up happening. Somebody's going to be able to pull that off. The Grizzlies don't have the personnel to do it, but in the same way with that Clippers series, Clippers want to fly up and down the court in transition, throw their lobs, go crazy, make the highlight plays, get their crowd into it. That's exactly what Oklahoma City's like. Oklahoma City they want to fly up and down the court, and they're great at it.
Yeah.
They are unbelievable. And when they're out in space, now they got three guys flaring out to the three-point line, and Gilgeous-Alexander can beat you off the dribble, and it's like, I mean, you got to be able to put them into a spot where you're making them run a bunch of half-court offense. Like, the Grizzlies turn the ball over too much for that to, the turnovers need to be so low.
I was looking at it because, the game one, because the Clippers Nuggets will feed into OKC, us. Like, you look at game one, the Clippers turned the ball over 20 times against the Nuggets. Last night, they turned it over 11. Like, let the Thunder play a team that is not going to be afraid of their ball pressure and only turns it over 9 times, 10 times. Yeah, it's going to be a different story.
I'm watching these threes from this game, bro.
They're wide open.
They're like, 11 on the shot clock, 12 on the shot clock.
Breakdown off the ball. It's one rotation, and then the next rotation, an extra swing, and it's like, all right, well, our team's like looking at each other like, who's going?
It ain't no multiple efforts.
Like multiple. That's the thing.
They're also not on a string.
No.
And I mean, I hate
to say it. It's not a unit. We don't have any good perimeter defenders.
No perimeter defenders. At least when Jaren was being able to be the decoy, you had I know y'all don't like to say it, but Jalen was a serviceable defender on the ball.
Certainly.
It was,
he at least had size.
Had size, you know what I'm saying? Or like even go back to Dylan when Dylan was here, size on the wing. Like even you had Mark behind you. Like how much confidence?
How do we not have one
when you have a big man like you on the ball and a big man behind you?
It's definitely giving you some confidence, or you can have somebody behind you. He's coming right, strong left.
Yeah.
Weak hand right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nobody like that on our team.
When you got somebody anchoring you in the back.
And again, no one can tell me Marcus Smart wouldn't have helped. It's ridiculous.
I just think it's
ridiculous to think he wouldn't help.
Ridiculous. It's an attribute.
And Marcus is a serviceable defender.
It's ridiculous to think he couldn't help.
Marcus is a serviceable defender who you always heard on the court.
If nothing else, it is that commitment to that end.
When he came back out of shape.
I understand.
He had the baby,
He didn't. His wife did.
He didn't have a baby.
But
he had.
No, it was easy to confuse with the weight he came at. Bro, you're not the one that's supposed to have baby weight.
That's crazy. That's wicked.
So then we put him on a treadmill for 3 weeks. Got him some Ozempic.
I ain't mad at the organization for doing that because, like I said, Jalen Wells was showing a huge upside. He was showing a ceiling of being a lockdown defender. He was signing up for that job. Hey, I don't need to shoot the ball as much. You know what I mean? He was giving you, I'm the glue guy. Mm-hmm. And so, guys come in out of shape and the other guys are hurt, and it's like, that's what you got. But now we here, man. Ain't nobody going to feel sorry for us.
Our defense still sucked with Jalen Wells. Let me just go ahead and say that because I get tired of everybody talking about it. Our defense was pitiful.
I'm not calling him Tony Allen.
We gave up 75 points in a half.
Yes, understandably.
To like a rat team.
I ain't calling him Tony Allen, but like I said, he's better than what we have now on the ball. Respectfully.
We would have lost by point.
And
we're 11-17 in our last 28 games.
What's up with up with Vince Williams though? Can y'all give me?
Oh my God!
I think you know what's wrong with Vince
Williams.
Please
give me
your head.
What's up with Vince Williams?
Give me you know what's wrong with him?
What is he?
He's on Mars.
He blowed. So Vince Williams is blowed. I mean, come on. He done had enough games to come out here.
I mean, it's enough games to be
come on, bro. He's supposed to be into it right now.
I told these guys last time, I said,
Saturn.
dude, did we get friggin' Marshawn Brooks?
He's on Saturn.
He played the last 20 games against nobody with no scouting report. Nobody cared about any of the games. Yeah. And he convinced, and we were like, hey, now, you plug him in.
Yeah.
We found one.
Yeah, he's on.
It's like-
He's on Saturn when he checks it.
Yo,
Oh, my God.
I'm really looking forward to him. I've been saying his name for weeks now.
His confidence is shot.
Yeah, that Warriors game really
shot.
Yeah, you could tell
He has no confidence. Bro, he looked like you might as well throw me out there against the Warriors. Yeah, just freaked out to do anything.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's who I was thinking that was going to come save us.
Me too.
I really thought that was going to be the key. But
he can't even get on the court.
And it's crazy.
'Cause he gonna
when I saw Scottie Pippen Jr. starting,
oh my God,
you know it was spooky.
I said, "Oh no, I might need to come." You know,
I do wonder
crank
what they're
his
going to
engine
do
up,
on the
man.
lineup front. I wonder if they're going. I mean, do
they
you
go
run it
big?
back after losing by 51?
Oh, hell no.
You change it.
Yeah.
So
do you
what's
go
the
big?
change?
Do you go big? Do you go
Santi?
You had to go. You had to go to my big Santi line.
or do you start Bagley and put Jaren at the 3?
No, what the hell's wrong with you? Or you could, nah, because Edie's been.
Would you rather
I
Santi
want
play
more
the 3 or
Bagley. I'll say
Jaren?
that. You can go Bags Jaren 4 or 5.
No, Bagley is just going to take the Brandon
minutes.
role.
Yeah, but
like he's going to be in the rotation.
Sots, we put Jitty in the start lineup. Just saying.
Jitty can dribble better than
Papa
Santi.
Roach, bro.
You
Papa
need,
Roach.
and I'm not saying he's like Kyrie or anything,
said
but like
Gigi in the
bro,
lineup?
you
No, I said
know-
Jitty.
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 Like, bro, you need guys who can
John
dribble.
Conchar.
Like, dude,
The
they're
dude you was
deep.
telling me about. Why you making that face, bro?
Their perimeter
No, I ain't gonna lie. I
defensive
can't
pressure.
say nothing bad about Conchar. Conchar is a true professional.
He been hooping.
True professional.
True professional.
Swing.
He's going to try for every rebound, and he's going to keep the ball moving. He's not going to take
Yeah.
stupid shots.
Swing, Tia.
He
And
might
he'll
not take a
rebound. He'll
shot
jump
at
in there
all.
and try to rebound.
Huh?
He might not take a shot
He
at
might not
all.
take a shot at all. And if he does, it's a light dunker spot, run the baseline.
Like,
Yeah,
you
wide
need-
open Trey.
You need guys who can dribble against them because they have like 7 perimeter defenders who all
Thanks,
pressure
Roger.
the ball.
We got one of them.
I mean,
And that's
Scotty
the
can
thing,
dribble.
bro. Playoffs supposed
He
to be
looked
hype.
pretty messy,
Playoffs
bro.
supposed to be like, hold on, I got this. I could do this.
It's
Hold on,
Scotty's
watch
first
out.
playoff games.
You can't go out there like this.
Scotty will respond.
Nervous.
What?
Why you? I hope we don't walk out like that.
Nervous.
I mean, that
shaking like a Jamaican.
Shaking like a Jamaican. We need to
See,
go
that
back
crowd,
and look
that
at.
crowd is hype though. You been in that OKC
I
crowd.
used to love it. I'm talking about. I used to walk in that motherfucker. I used to be so ready to go in
The
that
OKC
motherfucker.
crowd.
Ooh,
When you saw them T-shirts, you like, yo, this is my
it's
shit.
supposed to be me.
See, that's the energy
like,
we need.
He always had a bunch of fans there, too.
Yeah,
Because of the Oklahoma State thing.
So you love it.
Yes.
The rowdiness, the fans yelling.
Dude, they have a great crowd.
Yeah, we were like freaking like NCAA football when the lines were squiggling.
Dude, they have a
we
great crowd.
couldn't do
I mean,
nothing.
hey, you know how awesome that crowd is? If you're in a friggin' Sunday noon Easter Sunday game and they're lit like that,
Rowdy, bro.
that is
Yeah.
unbelievable. We would not be like that for a Sunday noon game.
Yeah, our fans
I've
be
been at Sunday noon games.
We lost game 7.
We're hungover.
We
Sleep
lost
like a
game
bug.
7 Sunday at noon to the Clippers.
Those jokers go to bed at 9, wake up at 6, have a nice family breakfast.
Yeah.
Then they had tornadoes there, he said, in my ear.
Yeah, dude, it was like a bad storm there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was pouring.
Shouts to them, man.
They
They
eat-
had their nice family
minute,
breakfast
when?
with their ham and
How
eggs.
long ago was this?
Ham and eggs.
They
Yeah.
had their ham and eggs, and then they got little Johnny and little Susie in their jerseys. I mean, I told Jacoby last night, the one time when I went there for the playoff game years ago, and I walked in, they're like, hey, welcome to town. They were all like, they're like, oh, hope you enjoy your time here. Like, everybody could not have been nicer. And then there was like, mom and dad and the 2 kids, and one's got a Durant jersey and the other one's got a Westbrook jersey, and dad's got the Cephalosha jersey.
Yeah.
And they're all walking, holding hands through the corridor. And I'm like, this is the nicest place. It's like utopia.
Yeah.
Like, everybody here is so
Everybody's nice.
And you got
Everybody's so nice. It's the most family-friendly place I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
you got this one dude walking down every time. Was that dude when you were playing? Was the dude no shirt walking down screaming at y'all while y'all shoot free throws? Was he around?
No.
There's a dude at Thunder games. He walks around with no shirt on. He's painted up and he walks down and stands right by the basket while teams are shooting free throws and screams.
Well, there's also
We need that,
there's
bro.
also one guy on the front row that refuses to wear the T-shirt.
Yeah, he thinks he's too cool for the shirt.
Yeah.
Don't be too cool for the shirt, guy.
Everybody wears the shirt.
You gotta wear the shirt, bro.
Yo, I ain't
in
gonna
unison.
Front. I can't front. that, man, I don't know how you not hyped to go in Oklahoma City and try to get a win, bro. Like, you got, like, the rims. I'm talking about the colorfulness of the court, the rims. Like, you just get out there, you just ready to hoop. It's like, yo, let's hoop.
That's what you built for.
It's the playoff.
If you're a hooper, that's
the number one seed.
Yeah.
Like, we supposed to be lit right now.
Meanwhile.
Yeah. Meanwhile.
It took us to the back.
And we have just done so much. It's gonna be okay stuff. It infuriates me. It does. It infuriates me. I want them pissed, Tony.
Real pissed.
I want them mad. I want to, like, as a fan base, everybody is humiliated. Like, truly humiliated.
Bro, I had
it
Hornets
became a
fans
laughing stock.
Hornets fans
it hurt me yesterday. I mean, just watching it. It hurt me.
You become a laughing stock. And it's like, bro, don't ever let me think that this hurts me more than you. That's all I care about, right?
And I think it hurt them a little more because when you lose in the playoffs, I ain't gonna front. When you lose in the playoffs, bro, you don't want to sleep. You don't want to talk on the phone. You don't want to tweet. You don't want to Instagram. All you thinking about is what I'm going to do better this next game.
I hope you're right.
So I'm hoping that, these guys come out here.
It should be the Grand Slam effort of all Grand Slam efforts.
Jaren, you don't read it, but you heard all the tea leaves.
I mean, if you're not,
it's time tonight,
dude,
bro.
if they come out and they are not flying around everywhere,
They better be.
They will be.
You think so?
I think so too.
I mean, the goal to me, like, if you could have the lead, it'd be amazing. But 6-12 going into the fourth quarter. Be like Miami
Stick
against
around.
Cleveland
Also,
the other night.
My
Just
thing
be
too
there.
that they haven't done, and
Give yourself a chance.
I need to do this. TA, like, I want to know, like, when you get punched, bro, I need you to punch back.
Yeah.
Because even in the Dallas game where you were up double digits, Dallas punched you back, and you said, okay, timeout, gather everybody up together, and you punch back, you close the game out.
Well, one of the things
OKC goes on a run, bro. You gotta wait.
One of the things that you just mentioned that would be relevant is the timeout part of it.
Oh yeah. That will also be relevant. Not just doing this.
We can stop it. Like, I wanted to tell the Finnish Flash, Tumasi Sola, you don't have to watch the lead go from 6 to 30.
This is his pose.
I mean,
but he was trying to save him for later.
I mean, you don't have to.
That's definitely his fault.
Bro, we were down.
bro,
we were down by 6, and by the time he put John Morant back in the game, we were down by 30.
That's a fact.
F out of here.
But I'm saying,
like, what are we doing? Like, what are you doing? Seriously.
What are you watching?
Do you guys come back from 30-point leads in Finland?
They got 20-point shots in Finland.
With all due respect.
It's rock and jock over there. They got like a 40-point shot.
With all due respect, this is not fine.
Yeah.
It's not. Like, what do you? So when you get punched here, like, how do you? Because they did when they got punched in the OKC game, they was Hearns. They got out the ring. They fell down.
The first rule of thumb in that situation is getting your ass up and swinging back. That's the first rule in any kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? And specifically in this basketball fight, man, like I say, man, it's gonna take a lot of soul searching for guys to understand that, hey, man, we've been going through a lot of adversity. Nobody's gonna feel sorry for us.
Mm-hmm.
Our core three, let's gather it up and let's lead by example. And when I say lead by example, going out there and putting your best foot forward. I mean, Ja got to lead us, get us to the bonus, get guys involved. Bane got to knock down shots, be in transition, be the $200 million guy that you are. And Jaren, I just feel like, bro, if they was telling me I can possibly get $300-400 million, man, I'd be out here playing like it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just plain and simple, man.
They were 5 of 25 combined.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
5 of 25.
Just punch first tonight, bro. Be the one that punches first. Punch first, bro.
And everything ain't, hoorah, hey, you know, celebrations we do, Everything ain't about celebrating. It's about getting
What
it
was that?
Oh, hey, by the way.
I don't know this.
Hey, no, breaking news. Beep, 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 beep. We can't say that John Morant is the only source of ire for the NBA anymore. The NBA is fining Anthony Edwards $50,000 for his "my dick is bigger than yours" comments to the Lakers crowd.
He said that?
He said
Yeah, he
he
did.
said my dick's bigger than yours. He told it to somebody in the crowd. He said he was talking about Rudy Gobert first.
He said
like,
Rudy got $200 million.
$200 million. Then Rudy was like, nah, $300 million. He was like, yeah, that's why my dick's bigger than yours.
The first comment is, "It is though."
Pause. Come on, bro.
That's what somebody wrote.
Somebody's wiener checking on the internet, bro. He
Wow.
said that. He got fined.
We got meat peepers on the
got meat
internet.
People meet
Ja
people.
got 75 for the
guns blazing.
For the guns blazing.
And he got 50
And he
for
got
saying-
50 for saying my D is bigger than yours.
If Anthony
I
Edwards.
don't think
I think
a
we
fan
losing the
ever
plot,
made
bro.
me that mad, though. A fan never, ever made me
But
that
why
mad.
is that?
Was it a fine?
Why is it a fine?
I shouldn't get fined for saying my.
I mean, can you imagine if we were doing this when KG was playing?
Or, yeah, when y'all
Oh
were
my
playing.
gosh.
Oh my God!
I really never
He probably would have got fined for the Eric Gordon clip where he was like trash ass.
Right.
He probably would have got fined for that.
Yeah,
Remember the clip?
there's a
Was you
bunch
on
of
the bench for
stories
that?
about KG and things he said.
he
on
was
the
there.
court.
He was in Minnesota.
I saw one the other night where Giannis was using the N word, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, people were shocked that Giannis used the N word, but he's
Really?
But
Giannis? Yes.
Giannis says it like
I like evil Giannis.
you know, TA.
It was weird.
Think about it.
It was weird to hear it. I
in
was
the
like,
accent.
He
what,
says
what
it
in
like
the world? I
don't know how to say it without saying it.
Yeah, don't say it.
He says it like weird. Like he said. I'm not gonna say what I want to say.
Well, I mean, he's Greek. Come on.
Yeah,
Give him a break. Give him a break. Give him a break. Look,
He's like, yeah.
it did sound weird when he said it, but again, these are live mics.
That's what they pay for, though, I thought. Like, the fans pay for that experience.
Well, they're gonna pay for that $50,000 fine.
Plus, the fans are yelling at him, child support,
Yeah.
pay your child support.
And he had to
You know what I
He
mean?
had to let folks know.
Had to let 'em know.
Shut up. Shut
I mean,
up.
that's just going to be something
Guys
that
just don't
happens,
wanna
though.
be
Dan.
I mean,
Otherwise.
I just feel to me,
The young generation just don't want to be role models. I see. It's just
No,
over with.
not the Americans. Not the
And
for sure not the
I-
Americans.
I also think though you are opening a colossal, Pandora's box on this with fan and player interactions because that is rather tame. I mean,
That's
Luka
not like,
is yelling "F you" to people in the crowd every game.
every game.
Like what?
I ain't gonna lie. I just think
Dude, there's a lot of. Look, we're down there. Players yell at the
we've
pound
seen
all the
the
time.
the
they tell them to
interaction.
shut the F up.
Your boy
Your guy
be-
Charles
your boy
Mabry
be
gets
a
yelled
part
at
of it?
every game.
do we?
They be yelling at
Yes.
Charles every game.
They tell him to shut the F up. They tell him to. I mean, come on. It's part of the.
Yeah.
It's the bench.
the
It's
theater of
basketball.
it.
It's basketball,
It's the
bro.
theater.
I thought it was just all like fun. I ain't never been in a situation where it'd be like,
Heated.
yeah, like it'd be like just some, you suck.
There's one in like.
But dude, look, him. Yeah, look, I'm
Sit down.
I'm not saying he should have said it, but him looking at a guy in the crowd who is telling him pay your child support, and him saying my D is bigger than yours
Yeah.
is objectively funny.
It is
And I
funny.
shouldn't get
Now
fined
that'd
for
have
it.
been. I ain't gonna lie. Now Anthony Edwards' defense, that might have been a hard comeback because if you think about it,
Pause.
he might have been with his girl.
That's crazy. He might have been with it. I guarantee you that's why he said
Yeah,
it.
he was with his
That's why he
girl.
said it. That's why he had he probably had a girl next to him.
He like, slow down, Bill.
Yeah. And he's in L.A.
Calm down, Bill. He probably got you on that one, Bill. That's enough, Bill.
He said that the rest of the
He got you, Bill.
Why you call him Bill?
Why you gotta be? He got you on that one,
Why is he
Bill.
got to be Bill? Why couldn't he be Jerome?
Bill was like, it was cold. He was like, it was cold that
Why
night.
couldn't he be Jerome?
Cindy, it was cold that night.
You didn't want to make him Tyreek. Huh?
Jerome and Tyreek wouldn't have said nothing
No,
like
he
that.
wasn't. Yeah, well, that's ain't something that comes out of our mouth.
Oh, they wouldn't
No,
have said child support.
No, we don't know
they wouldn't
that.
have said that.
You was for sure an old white guy.
Yeah, it was for
it had
sure.
to be.
He definitely had a button down on, for sure. And slacks. And he probably had
And his Luka jersey.
and his Lucas jersey. And
on top of it.
And I bet you the girl with him was probably like 21, 22. For sure. And Ann saw her and was like, yeah, bro,
what
my
she told.
speaking of yours, shut up.
50 grand.
He's probably like, oh no.
You know he's laughing so hard about that too.
enough,
Like that's the other part when you say about like these guys don't care about it. Like,
Oh, Adidas probably gonna play for that joint, bro.
no, do you know how much they are laughing about that in the locker room?
Yes.
They think it's
Yes.
funny.
Yes.
They and all the other players think it's funny
Yes.
too. And so now you're like, right? You're like, honestly, it's like when when you're the class clown and your teacher, gets you in trouble,
yeah.
right? It's like I remember when I was like a little kid. At one point, I I got like thrown into the office. I like put like Kleenex like up my nose and in my ears, whatever, and like had my head on my desk, and then the teacher called on me, and I stood up, right? And I've got like Kleenex hanging out there. You know, I'm little.
Yeah.
All the kids think it's hilarious, and then the teacher is like the one like, you can't do that. It's insubordination. You know what I mean? Like, you need to leave the class, whatever. And then you get done, and then you get into recess, and all the kids thought it was the funniest thing ever, right? Like, who cares if the teacher didn't like it? Yeah. That's exactly what all these players are doing. They're like, oh, Adam Silver's going to find you 50 grand. Bro, that was hilarious.
For flexing your meat,
They're
bro.
all going to say it's funny.
Yeah, bro. Popping your issue about your
Because
meat.
everybody thinks it's
Everybody
it's
thinks it's
objectively
funny.
funny to yell that at a fan.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I remember there's one from a couple years ago with KD when he was still in Brooklyn, and he's like sitting there at the free throws being taken, and he's there on one of the blocks trying for the rebound. Fan courtside goes, KD, I need you to take over the game, and KD turns and goes, I need you to shut the F up. You can find it on like Instagram
Like that-
or YouTube.
That
like,
kind of interaction.
Again, that's what I'm saying. You're opening a Pandora's box on this stuff. Because now it's going to be, right? You've already eliminated everybody. If you notice, you watch these playoff games, nobody's celebrating anything.
Oh no, there's no
no
this.
Ant did
that
He
Spider-Man
did it
thing
to Luka, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It's like Spider-Man.
Shocker or something, bro.
No,
Shoot the
no,
web.
his little son does this all the time.
What is
Shoot
it,
the
Tia?
web.
The thing
No, his little son does this. You know how your son walks around like this?
No, it wasn't this. It was like this. What he did to Luka, the ant thing.
I thought it was a Spider-Man thing.
It wasn't no.
I think it
Spider-Man,
was.
bro.
And got them Glock.
That's what that's what I'm saying. He got a Glock. Yeah, see?
He got them Glock
It wasn't
10s.
no-
I don't
it wasn't
think
no Spider-Man,
Anthony
bro.
Edwards probably isn't shooting Spider-Man.
No, bro. Yeah, it wasn't no
Don't-
Spider-Man. He was
don't-
shooting webs at him.
That's probably a good
That's what it looked like.
No, he probably was. He's shooting his words at him.
That's what it looked like.
Stop.
Shooting his words
He
at
was
him.
shooting his words.
By
at
the
him.
way, you little punk ass kid,
What happened?
Andre, was he going crazy? I almost had to fight.
SGA didn't even do anything the other day.
I know, but
Andre,
he's like,
that's terrifying, by the way.
Hey, every time I walk by Andre, he's like, hey, yo, Chris. I'm like, don't, Andre. He's like, SGA World, SGA World. He's like, SGA's that dude. SGA over Ja. And I'm like, I'm
definitely
going to
Tony's
fight you.
kid.
I'm going to fight you, bro.
Sleeper hole, bro.
No, he's rebelling. He's at the age where he's rebelling.
Yeah, he definitely.
He don't want to be. He don't want to be
Yeah.
down with the Grizzlies. He's
Yeah.
got, and then that's when he told me, is SGA?
He definitely trying to get to the game Thursday.
Is Stephon Castle? Oh,
But
God.
I told him, the game's just too late, bro.
No, you got
8:30
school.
game.
You got school, man.
You can't go to that game.
Wait, by the way.
Now, also, you can't be there cheering for SGA.
Then you
When
want to
your
come
dad
here
said
with
you're
an
gross.
SGA
Man.
jersey
Yeah,
on,
you're
sit
gross.
right next to me.
Didn't
You're
SGA give him a pair of autographed shoes?
Yeah, he gave him an autograph.
the
sneaker.
bisexual
You know,
license.
I stopped it. I told, like, the agreement we made when William was a little kid was you could have, like, jerseys of other teams, but they had to be throwbacks. What we're not going to, or they had to be on
Right.
crap teams. You want a LaMelo Ball, go ahead. You want a Wemby, go ahead. You want a whoever, Cade Cunningham,
Jr.,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Right? They're not a rival. They're cool young players that
coming
you
in here
like,
with a-
whatever.
a
But, like,
Jokic.
no, we're not doing LeBron. We're not doing. No, we're not doing this.
Jamal Murray.
We're not doing this. Oh, Giannis, I allowed.
You
He
allowed
was of,
Giannis?
yeah, he was of no threat.
Yeah.
Eastern Conference, I didn't really
We're
care.
not getting a Devin Booker
We
jersey.
ain't doing no SGA.
Yeah.
We ain't doing no Booker. We ain't doing no
Curry.
I said I'm not having my kid going to school.
Does he have a Curry?
Rocket. Yeah, he had a Curry back in
did
the
have a
back in the
Curry.
day.
Yeah.
You ain't
But
gonna be able to duck that Curry.
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
chance.
Yeah, not for kids. Yeah.
It was, Curry and Mahomes were the ones.
yeah.
That's his age group. And you know what? They've now, like it's evolved. Like, now, I would say, I guess Mahomes, you know, they, as you get older, they all start to resent then the best player, right? Like, so the Mahomes thing isn't as cool anymore. They're now, this is going to be fascinating to you. I bet if I polled them that the cool one now is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
That's the cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
can
the
see
one
that.
they
Yeah,
like.
Jaden.
Yeah, Jaden
even
Daniels.
Though even though the jersey's ugly,
No, but not jersey wear. I'm just saying, like,
Just the player?
Yes, he's the cool one.
like the Jamar Chase.
Jaden Daniels is the new cool thing.
Justin Jefferson ain't with it no more.
Yeah, I mean, they
He's
like
still-
Justin,
he's still on
but
the way.
but again, there's always the new guy,
Yeah.
and the new guy is him,
I can see that.
right?
Yeah, I got Did you see that somebody stole your motto? You know, the thing that you coined, grit, grind forever. We got some soldier boys on our hands.
Look at this.
The Warriors. They using your phrase, bro. They using your phrase, bro.
Great.
Bar for bar,
Golden
word
State.
for word. Can we get like a copyright infringement?
Swagger jacking at his finest.
That's disgusting.
In using Quinn Post and Kaminga? Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
That's just a troll.
Dude with no hairline?
That's
Come
a
on, bro.
troll job.
Kaminga doesn't even play.
He don't even play. Who was gritting? He ain't gritting grinding nowhere. Good
Yeah, they
DMPs.
played him. He should have took that little money.
Man.
That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to do that. Honestly, it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed.
They should be.
They're more grit grind than we are right now.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Heel.
Did you see that win?
All right,
Did you see that win in Houston?
John Cena, can you relax?
Did you see that win in Houston?
John Cena.
You see the win in Houston?
Yeah.
I saw it, Rozier. By the way, you did lose by 50, by the way. Just to let you know.
Yeah, no, the Golden State. It's a Golden State game.
You lost
Yeah.
119 to 69.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't play.
And you say, Tony Allen, I didn't play. Tony Allen, you played 12 minutes. You were 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. 0 points, 3 fouls.
Was that the last game of the season?
No, it was the 5th game of the season.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Jordan Adams played.
And then he never played again. I don't think he ever played again after that.
We played against
Jordan Adams.
He re-injured his knee in that game.
Clay, Festus Ezeli.
What Clay had?
Festus Ezeli.
Clay had 14.
What a legend.
Bro, they beat us by 50, TA. Nobody had to play that many.
0 for 6.
When you beat a team, trust me, you beat a team by 50, nobody has to play a lot of minutes.
I don't know.
You was getting the ball.
Yeah.
That's a
You was out of
sign.
you was out
we
of
about
pocket.
to get our ass whooped.
Yeah, why did you take so many shots that quick?
I don't know.
They must not have guarded you.
Did they have Kevin Durant on their team?
No, you see Harrison Morris was there.
Oh, they beat us that bad?
Did they have Kevin Durant on their team?
Brandon Rush came off the bench. Andre Iguodala, James Michael McAdoo, Mo Spates,
That's a throwback.
Ian Clark, Sean Livingston. Yeah, so you got beat 119
Shout out
to
Ian
69.
Clark, Germantown.
So
Belmont.
don't ever say you did
They
get beat
had
by
like
50.
12
But
guys.
that's
in double figures
a
on them,
regular
so.
season
I know.
game. The playoffs is come
You
on.
went back far, too.
I had to go back far.
He went back far. That's like,
Playoffs is a different deal.
what, 2012? 13. That's probably 13.
This is 2000.
Losing by 51 points in the playoffs is unfathomable.
Oh, it's disgusting. Yeah.
It's seriously
2015.
unfathomable.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
You're only preparing for one team.
Yeah.
It happens in the regular season.
Who you've played 4 times in the regular season, so you know what you're getting into with this team. Like you know what to expect.
It's truly it's so ridiculous. It's not even I don't even.
I may throw up again.
Throw up.
That's how I feel.
I think tonight you're gonna see a home run effort, as they say.
I would hope so.
You got to get Jaren going,
Jaren
bro.
gonna be Jaren. Ja gonna be game 2 Ja. Dez will do Dez stuff, and we gonna have a home run effort tonight.
I need us to
Mustard seed, Verno.
I need us.
Hey, my grandma told me, T. I told them. My grandma told me if you have faith of a mustard seed, you can do anything.
Faith of a mustard seed, Tony.
Faith in the mustard seed. That's a little ass seed.
Yeah,
Do you think?
that's the point.
Hey, do you think it's more likely that the Grizzlies lose by 8 or by 30?
Them the options? Damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's happening?
8 or 30?
I got us hitting the game winner tonight.
All right,
Who's hitting it?
I'm with it.
Jaren Jackson, you gonna get that BS up.
Get
off
to
his
that
back.
left. Get to that left.
Honestly, if they get throttled again, it's like
Oh, bro, it's gonna be end of days on Thursday.
Truly.
In this mug.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, ain't nothing better to get the momentum going back our way anyway. Like it'll just
need it to be close.
Just be too close.
Just you know
Show
what I'm
that you
saying?
can fight, bro.
Need it to be close
Like,
because then
that's all the fan base wants
look,
to see.
you're going to get an amazing home crowd.
Yeah.
If
Definitely.
this game is close, you'll get a lit home crowd that's wanting to tie it.
I'm gonna be in the building. I'm in the building.
Was you in the building Friday?
No, I knew we was gonna smoke them, and I knew we was gonna be turned
Your
up.
boy Marcus
feeling
was there.
ourselves.
Yeah, Marcus Smart was there.
Yeah, I did see Marcus Smart there. What the hell he was doing? Hey man, what you doing?
What you talking about?
Why was he there?
His house is here.
To watch the Grizzlies.
He hadn't sold his house yet.
What he thought we was finna lose?
Probably. He for sure wanted them to pan the camera over and go.
Well,
And here's who they let go for nothing at the trade deadline.
So they salary dumped.
Yeah.
For nothing.
So that they could
He could have helped them tonight.
that they could pay Jaren Jackson, who's got 4 points and 2 rebounds.
He almost played more games for Washington than he did for us this season.
It's crazy.
Thanks, Roser.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'll tell you this, Washington would have been just as competitive against them.
Come over here talking
Oklahoma
about
City in game 1. I mean, hell, 51 is so,
in a playoff game.
I mean, they'd have Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart. They'd have like real playoff players on their team. Like,
you ain't lying.
they would. Like,
Go Grizz, bro. Must win, bro.
Yeah.
Get the fight tonight, bro.
Back against the wall.
Back against the wall.
Back against the
Are you
wall.
Are you going to nut up or shut up?
Yep.
Barbecue and mildew.
That's what pretty. You just said it. Barbecue or mildew.
I don't want a mildew to you.
You going to go to the game Thursday night regardless?
Yeah, I'll be there. I think Zebo coming in town too, so.
Oh.
So we're going to be able to pump up the troops, man. You know they turn up when they see us anyway, so.
Can we get you like a towel, like wave it, like start like
Yeah.
Zebo's going to be there too?
Yeah, me and Bo.
Get Courtney Lee to come
At
too.
least we'll have some people there.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all really did this.
Yeah.
That's what makes everybody so mad, bro.
Yeah, then when you lose about 50, that shit stink for about 4 days. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, we only had
They ain't got time to let it stink for 4 days.
The stench is still on us.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, maybe OKC won't want to be near us if we stink. Just back off of us.
I tried. That's the reason why I ain't wear my Grizzly stuff today, too. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just be cool today. Wait. Come back in when we
Yeah, I'm the
crack.
only one. I'm the only one of the 3 of us that did it.
Yeah, this man got that weak ass quarter zip on.
My corporate zip.
Corporate zip.
Corporate.
He got the
zip.
sleeves rolled up too. It makes it even
Absolutely.
nastier.
No, I've real coach energy.
Ew.
Yeah.
Take a timeout.
Yeah.
Take a timeout, Rosen.
Well, we're due for a break.
All right. See you, Tony. All right, back into this. Chris Vernon Show.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
I see people who look like me and were born probably in the same decade as me, watching all of these young people jump into the transfer portal and saying, it's ridiculous. You got to stop thinking about this like it's a normal college experience. It is not. You know what the priority is? Maximize your earning potential for every year of eligibility you have left. That's what this is about now. These are jobs.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
There's nothing like playoff basketball. Boy, nothing like playoff basketball in Memphis.
The atmosphere of a Grizzlies playoff game is super exciting.
Oh my God, it's absolutely electric. I love seeing the crowd out.
Everybody's just screaming their heads off. You feel like you're in a movie.
People are down here. Everyone's got on their Grizz gear.
The city's excited. Everybody's excited to watch. There's really nothing like it, and I really can't wait.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with 2 big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the $80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With special guests 3 doors down. And Mammoth WVH. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Creed returns, the Summer of '99 tour.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in sunny Tennessee. I could hear those voices singing as she bid farewell to me. Far across the fields of cotton, my old home.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. We were talking about the, obviously we got the Grizzlies and the Oklahoma City Thunder game too that is going on tonight in Oklahoma City. Last night, watched those games, and I told you I got a little bit of a tinge jealous of that Detroit Pistons team, who I really like. I've liked them all year, as you guys know. Cade is awesome. And then they've got a lot of likable guys, and you know how much I love JB Bickerstaff. So I liked watching them succeed this year. And they said last night that was the first time they had won a playoff game in 17 years. Yep. And I went back and pulled it. And I mentioned this on the mismatch that we recorded last night. Grizzlies front office member Tayshaun Prince in the starting lineup.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The last time they won a playoff game. Wow. Is it
was
a Sheed team?
Chauncey, Rip, Rasheed, Tayshaun, and Antonio McDyess.
Wow.
And Antonio McDyess led him in points and rebounding in the game.
Dang, that's crazy.
It was May 26th, 2008. 2008. 17 years. And, of course, what took place last night was just crazy with the whole Towns not having a bucket at all in the second half and not even getting a shot. And playing all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. And so, anyways, like I said, a lot of times if a game one is close, then a game two, it gets stretched out because the teams go back and they look at the tape and they make the proper adjustments. And then the team that's going to control the series ends up starting to control the series. Yep. And the fact that did not take place, that game one was so close and included like a historic run by the Knicks, and then you turn around and the Pistons were like, it was just a matter of if the Pistons were going to play with their food so much that they got caught again because they went 5 minutes without scoring at the end of that game. But
Dennis Schroeder came up big.
They were able to hold on. That was good. And then that second game was so high level, it was ridiculous. As I said, that could have been a Western Conference Finals game between Denver and the Clippers. Yeah. And you watch like those two teams battling it out. And Kawhi Leonard, who I mentioned to you guys a few days ago about the reintroduction of playoff Kawhi, like he is a playoff performer that is like some guys, they rise to a different level when it comes playoff time. Kawhi and Jimmy Butler are probably the best examples of this. Some guys shrink when it comes playoff time. We have seen that happen before. But this guy, like, I don't even know. Like, he turns into friggin' Jordan.
Yeah. No, for real. And it is not
60-something% from the field.
And it's all jump shots. It ain't like Giannis, where it's like Giannis is straight to the basket, all layups. These are turnaround fades, turnaround middies. These are contested shots.
Surgical.
Bro. That dude's cold as a mug.
Surgical.
They call it ethical buckets, Vernon.
Dude, he's unbelievable.
Ethical buckets. Shout out to Kawhi, man.
Truly unbelievable.
And it's cool to see him like healthy.
What's your guy, Roser?
I love Kawhi.
When I told you guys, from 2016 to 2020, before all this like major injury stuff took place, the guy averaged 29 points on 63% in over 60 playoff games.
It's still wild that he's had all these knee injuries and missed all these games, and he can like finally like be healthy. And it's like all this time later, and he still can look like a top 5 player in the world.
It also, to your point, Roser, it becomes one of those like, there's a lot of these guys that came back from injury, like when we talk about Penny, when we talk about Grant Hill, and they're a shell of themselves. They were obviously so immensely talented, they could still have careers. But this guy isn't close to a shell of himself right now. Like, when he comes back, like, this is the thing I always have to his credit, that I've always said this about Zion. It's like, bro, whenever he does play, he is like, it's not like he's going out there and getting you 12 and 6.
Oh, it's like 30 and 14.
When he plays, and if he ever could, it's like, geez, man, every time this guy plays, he's like dominating.
It helps his game is low impact too. Like maybe Kawhi was more athletic back then too, but like this is like new Kawhi is literally like the old school 90s, like 2 dribble pull-ups. It's real easy, low impact basketball where like you could do that forever.
Also,
he's so
like,
cold.
The fact that he like just knocks down these threes, and even the 3 that he hit over 3 guys, he's so damn long and his hands are so big he can get the shot off on anybody, and he shoots it like so high. He is unbelievable, dude. That was a masterpiece last night on the road in Denver.
Yeah, Kawhi was big.
That was crazy.
And even like the other players too. We talk about other guys like Norman Powell hit a big shot for him.
Yep.
Zubac was great. Like it was like, yo, these dudes ain't nothing to mess with, bro.
No.
And Chris Dunn is like,
he don't look like the same dude,
bro. And then
I didn't know who that was. At one point.
It's crazy,
bro.
Like, he was just like,
but then it's like, okay, now that they got this weird thing where they go to their bench, and now it's Ben Simmons, and now it's Derek Jones Jr., and now it's like, good grief.
Yep.
You guys just got wings on, like all this size and like length on the wings. I'm like, I would have one of these guys.
One of them. I'll take
just
one. Give me Amir Coffey, bro. I'll take him. He don't even play for y'all.
I'd start Ben Simmons for the Grizzlies
I was
tonight.
about to say Ben Simmons would be our best small forward.
I'll take him too, bro. Jumper broke
and
his
he
hell.
won't shoot.
Yeah, it's like
won't.
They were telling him
he got one pass.
So he's Luke Kennard, dude, with a better defender.
He got one pass 2 feet from the basket and threw it back out to the 3-point line. I started laughing so hard. I'm like, bro, come on. You could take 2-footers.
Bro got the yips.
He didn't. No, he said, I'm not. I will not take a 2-footer.
No. I'm passing this.
I will not.
No.
I will not take a 2-footer. Kick.
Yeah, bro.
It was hilarious.
I love watching Kawhi cook, though.
And that series is going to be so good.
Yes,
oh, my God.
It is.
So good. The first game went to overtime. Last night went down to the wire. That is such a good series.
Yeah.
In the ones we have tonight, obviously Grizzlies Thunder are the early tip. Then Bucks Pacers, which it appears we're getting Lillard back for that. So that at least gets fun.
Tyrese, you on your neck.
Okay, so they called did you see the player poll?
Yeah, he's the most overrated player in the league, according to the other players. Yeah, they hate Tyrese, bro. I told you this.
They don't like Tyrese.
Other players, I told you, they don't like him, bro. They think he's corny.
Yeah.
Like, they think he's just a corny, bro.
They don't like Tyrese Halliburton, and
Yeah.
that was your guy. Because he was in all the wrestling shirt auctions with you.
He's my guy, but like I said, when I got one of my friends that's close to him, close to somebody he knows, they were like, Dev, he's
what?
He's a corny dude, man.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. And I was like, damn, Tyrese. But then you saw the photo of him this offseason, I was like, oh, okay. Can't play in snow in public, my guy.
Yeah, he was. Congratulating 50 Cent, who Tyrese was like not even alive when that song came out on his Vegas residency with.
Anyway, now we get Lillard back, so hopefully that becomes a good series. And then we've got Wolves and Lakers, and it's like,
let's go.
This is amazing.
Well, hang on,
and now you have the Anthony Edwards, who's just gotten fined $50,000 for saying his D is bigger than somebody's. And
somebody's gonna put that on the sign tonight. I already know it.
And well, like you're expecting, like this is the response from the Lakers, right?
Well,
and if that's when we're gonna find out. Like, can this be a really good series, or is this a uniquely terrible matchup for LA?
We have James Capers, Ben Taylor, and Justin Van Duyn.
Okay.
On the that's on the Lakers T-Wolves game. Our referees. Referee is Brian Forte. Umpire is John Butler. Our crew chief, John Goebel.
Oh, God.
We got Goebel tonight.
Gross.
What does he do?
He stinks.
He is a first class.
He stinks.
D-head.
He stinks.
Oh, dude, he is.
He's a guy that loses control of the game and then gets mad at the coaches because he lost control of the game.
Well, Tomas.
That might be good for us, though. Can it be?
Is it?
I doubt it. He probably hates us.
I don't know what's going to be good for us tonight, but yeah, we'll see.
Ja was buddying up to the ref in the last game. And
He
I
was.
like,
Even in Dallas, he was like talking.
Yeah, I thought like,
hasn't been doing the celebration.
I was like, is this where we get the new Ja?
I need you to do the celebration because when you was doing it, you was making them.
Yeah, and they also told they told him, hey man, we really need to sell these Ja threes. We need to work on your image.
Or I mean, what they got to do with his image?
I know.
She was gonna sell regardless.
I'm aware. Why has he stopped doing everything?
He was making them.
He was.
I know. I liked the grenade.
But like
no. They probably called him.
They probably
called him and be like, hey,
called him and told him to
come
stop.
on, bro.
We don't want this to be a conversation on NBA Today
He was
every
making them
day.
He was making them junts. Well, he got to find a new one.
And then they find an Anthony Edwards. They're like, can the young American popular players please like chill out?
Yeah.
You know they're about to put every bit of their
Cooper flag.
No.
Oh.
They're going to put all their eggs in this Cunningham basket.
Yeah.
They were
If he
last
just
night.
did, I mean.
Yeah.
He might not get a SIG, but yeah, he's gonna be one of them ones.
No, but I mean, I'm saying the NBA.
Yeah,
the NBA is going to be like, we finally got one.
An American
basketball player that everybody can get behind.
I've never heard his voice.
Huh?
I don't know what Cade Cunningham sounds like.
Cade Cunningham is cool.
I don't think I know what Cade Cunningham sounds like either. The only thing I've been hearing going around is that he has like best player in the world written on something, and he looks at it every day, and that's what motivates him and keeps him going.
He's cool.
Shout out Cade Cunningham. Man. But by the way, them Ja threes gonna sell out regardless. Them Jones are heat.
Yeah.
Them may be the best ones to me.
Really?
Yeah, them hoes hard.
You think they're the best
They're
ones?
better than the ones and the twos, bro. Them Jones are hard, bro.
I like those two. I like the threes also. I think you could, not that colorway, I can't wear that, but I could see different colorways being awesome.
Why can't you wear pink, Rosie?
Bro, I am 40 years old. I am not wearing those shoes, that colorway. That is not, yeah. That is a young person's game right there.
So no, they look more casual than any other shoe that he's had. Like you can pass those for like a.
You can
get a fit off.
Get a fit off?
Yeah, you can get a fit off. I'm 40, but I can say that.
I love when we steal your lingo.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
He gets so depressed. He's like, now I can't say it anymore.
I'm not gonna say it.
Now I can't even say get a fit off anymore.
You can put them on and hit somebody with then you can get a fit off.
The second Roser says it, it's dead to you.
I'm dead, bro.
Yeah.
I'm dead, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fried, bro. But no,
I'm 40. I can't get a fit off. Give me my honey. Give me my Hokas.
I don't wear Hocus yet.
Oh,
No, that's coming.
You're about to be that
I've-
on cloud.
yeah.
On cloud
About to be
game.
on a cloud,
Yeah,
bro.
hey, look, by this summer, I guarantee by this
What?
summer, Rose is gonna have some quarter. He's gonna have the
I
quarter
know.
zip and the on clouds.
Bro, stop
They
acting like
did.
you don't buy your sneakers at Fleet Feet. Stop.
I do. Not the ones I'm wearing though. The Asics I'm wearing, I didn't get them at Fleet Feet.
The Asics.
Fleet Feet, shop local.
He's trying to shoot that.
Shop local.
Will you stop running
Garden
that?
businesses in
Stop that-
Laurelwood.
Yeah.
You don't be at Nike Rose. You be at Fleet Feet buying shoes.
I do.
Fleet
I do
Feet.
be at
With
Fleet
all the
Feet.
45-year-old white dudes.
Yes. Yeah, the runners.
Getting
It's
it,
the running
hey,
community.
He's getting his foot tested.
I know.
Yeah. The running community.
I just want to
is at
check. I
Fleet
just want to
Feet.
check if my arches the still.
I got these Asics.
I need something with real arch support.
Yeah, these jaws don't really do it for me.
It's actually a bigger width.
Oh, a bigger width.
Oh,
Yeah.
number
Okay.
width.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
man.
got you.
Shout out to you.
All right, one story that I want to get to because we spent so much time, spent the whole show talking about basketball with Tony. It felt weird to read ESPN's Peter Schrager, but Peter Schrager has reported the Browns and the Giants are fielding trade inquiries for their picks.
2 and 3.
The Titans are not entertaining any offers
locked in on
for the
Cam.
first overall pick. The Browns, who have the second pick, and the Giants, who have the third pick, have received trade calls over the past 48 hours, and neither team is outwardly rejecting those overtures. The expectation, sources told Schrager, is that those teams looking to trade up to 2 or 3 are pursuing Colorado two-way star Travis Hunter, Penn State pass rusher Abdul Carter, or Boise State running back Ashton Genty.
Up at 2? Okay.
Huh.
That'd be a shocker.
Do you know I saw a clip last week? Rich Eisen was on with Stephen A. Smith and the crew at ESPN, and they were like throwing out scenarios, whatever, and he threw out the scenario of the Dallas Cowboys getting up to 2 to take Travis Hunter.
Your team?
And I was like, where did you hear that?
Yeah,
Why
right.
would you say that?
Right.
What? Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
Right? Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
Why would that? That's just random. I mean, again, like, why would he say that on the? You can probably find here. Let me see if I can find the story about it. I saw it on a video, and I was like, that is just a weird thing to throw out there unless you think you know something, right? Yeah. Like, why would that even be a plausible situation?
I'm surprised that wasn't a headline when he said it.
Huh?
I'm surprised that wasn't a headline when he said it. Usually something like that becomes a headline.
Rich Eisen,
Yeah,
the popular
usually does.
NFL Network host, is in the news. He wants Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys to trade up for Colorado two-way star Travis Hunter. Jerry Jones, go get Travis Hunter, do it.
Wow.
So, okay, maybe it was just his, I guess it was just his, what's it called? Jerry Jones, go get Travis Hunter, do it. Go trade for Travis Hunter. You need an injection of superstardom. You need it, and you know you want it. It said, to some, this seems ridiculous. Hunter is going to get drafted in the top 3. He can either go to the Browns or to the Giants with the third pick. Hunter's a once-in-a-generation player, 2-star, blah, blah, blah. So maybe he's just saying like he thinks that should happen or wants that to happen, but that was what he was throwing out there. And I mean, obviously, it made for great TV content, right?
Another guy in Dallas also brought it up on radio in Dallas. Brian Barrados.
Okay, about them trying to get up?
About them trading up for trying to get Travis Hunter, yeah. On 105.3 The Fan in Dallas. He brought that up.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
But again, the idea is that the Titans they're taking their quarterback, Cam Ward, at 1. And then after that, if you are the Browns, if you are the Giants, you may, if you don't think, if you can stockpile. If you can stockpile like all kinds of stuff, then maybe you do trade out. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I would not pass on Travis Hunter.
Nah, that's once in a lifetime right there, boy. And you probably can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with him.
Yeah.
If you got a crappy receiving core, you have a top.
I would be so depressed if I was like a Browns fan, and then it's like, I mean, it's also the most fun pick ever.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
What is like that?
Football, Tani,
another level of fun. Yeah. Like the Abdul Carter thing would worry me just because they're like he could miss part of his rookie season with his injury stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he could. Now, he's awesome, but again, it's always nerve wracking. It's always nerve wracking if you're taking a guy that's injured.
Yeah, my top 3 pick can't be the one.
Right, but Travis Hunter is as fun as it gets. Right?
Yes. I don't want him in a Browns.
There's no chance he's not going to be awesome.
Yeah, bro. He's a top 1% athlete.
And can do both. And wants to do both.
You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone with him. If you have a crappy receiving core, you got Travis Hunter. If you got crappy DBs, you got Travis Hunter now.
I know. He's easily the most fun pick. Now, the Browns, on the other hand, I mean, you might sit there and look like, man, we got a ways to go. Like,
we need more.
We got a ways to go. We need to build this thing out.
Yeah, but no matter where he goes, he's going to be a star, man. I don't want him to be in Cleveland, though, to be honest with you.
You sure don't want him to be in Dallas?
Nah, I really sure. Oh, boy. He become a Cowboy? Woo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would y'all trade for him? Like, to get
we got 12?
Yeah.
Well, then you give up a second round. I mean, you're going to have to give up.
You give up 12.
Big time
you
stuff.
You give up 12. You give up your 1 next year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your 1 after that.
Him and CD would be nasty, though. I ain't going to hold you. Him and CD would be filthy.
So would he and Trayvon Diggs.
Yes. That would be filthy. Oh, boy.
Look, the fact that I like that they're throwing this out there already, that 2 and 3 could possibly be moving their picks, because that makes the draft all the more fun, even though we're going to be watching Game 3 at FedEx Forum. Guess we'll just have to watch early. We'll have to watch the early part of the draft.
Yeah, watch it.
What time does it start? I guess the draft would probably start at 6.
Usually like 6 or 7.
Do you know it's in Wisconsin?
It's in Green Bay?
Yes.
That's cool.
You outside? In Wisconsin?
I think they usually do it outside, don't
it
they?
says 6 o'clock on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, 6 o'clock on Thursday.
So we'll see the first
It makes
round.
it fun, though, that like we only know the first pick in terms of team and whatever.
Yeah, we'll see the first round at least.
Yeah, we will be able to see most of the first round.
Yeah, they're doing it at Lambeau in the Titletown district. That'll be cool.
It will be cool.
Outside?
Outside.
It was cool when they did it on Broadway in Nashville.
Green Bay is weather in Green Bay. Okay, it's not that cold. It's 56 degrees. All right.
Yeah, that's not
going to be any worse than Chicago was. Probably.
It'll be 54 Friday. It's supposed to be 47 and raining there. So.
Jeez,
would you? Okay, I want to ask you this. Would you take Tyreek? Because I know he's on the move.
Tyreek Hill?
You take him?
Would I take? Yes, I would take Tyreek Hill.
I'm just asking. I know he's not going to be in Miami.
By the way, college football has also announced their playoff schedule for next season.
Let me hear it.
So New Year's Eve will be the Cotton Bowl. New Year's Day, starting at 11 a.m. Central, will be the Orange Bowl. 3 o'clock is the Rose Bowl. 7 o'clock is the Sugar Bowl. The semis will be the Fiesta Bowl on January 8th, and then January 9th will be the Peach Bowl, the other semi. And the National Championship game will once again be on MLK Day, Monday, January 19th from Miami, 6:30 on ESPN.
They got to change
They didn't learn from last year?
Yeah, they got to change that.
Yeah, they got to change it.
Because
Put it on
was
Sunday.
we got
Put it the day
football out
before
by
on
the
Sunday.
time.
Yeah, we gotta
you
push
got
that
NFL Sundays the day before.
You've got to push that up.
Yeah, we was gassed out.
It's too long.
Yeah, we were
It
gassed out by the time that day came.
Yes.
It takes too long to get to that. Yeah. All right. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. What are you guys thinking? You think we get a home run effort?
I get a
Yeah,
home
I think we get a home run
You think
effort.
it's a competitive game?
I think it's a competitive game.
competitive
Home run
game?
effort.
We still probably lose by like 15.
Game 2, Ja. Jaren goes medium. He goes nice.
All right, from your mouth to God's ears.
I know, right?
Well,
Guys,
we need it to be a
Do it for
competitive
me.
game.
Do it for me, God. But also, Crosstown Concourse tonight, 6:30. Grizzlies watch party. Y'all all pull up, bro.
6:30 Crosstown.
Crosstown. It's a beautiful setup out there. We got the outside views for the people that want to watch it outside.
And they'll have all the restaurants open.
Restaurants will be open. If you want to watch it inside, we got a theater. Do you want to watch it inside? All the vibes, bro. Come kick it with some Grizz fans. I'll be there.
All right, Crosstown Concourse tonight, 6:30 is the watch party for Game 2 of the Grizzlies and the Thunder. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Tony Allen. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we gone.